Hello everyone, today I will illustrate how to set up RFID Inc UHF Ethernet IP S4 series reader with machine automation controller N-series PLC. I'm Trinh, Senior Application Engineer for Valin Corporation. Let's get started. First and foremost, here's the hardware layout I have for this demonstration. So what I have is an RFID Inc multi-antenna reader, and this reader can connect up to 4 antenna to it, but in my demonstration I'm using only 2 RFID antenna. So here's the first one connect to the antenna 1, and the second antenna is connect to port number 2. So that's for that. And then the next thing is I have also a 24 volt power supply here that I need for powering up my Omron NX102-1020 and also the RFID reader and also a Ethernet switch W4S1 here. Then from the switch, I have one Ethernet cable connect from one of the port to the NX102 Ethernet IP port. The other cable, Ethernet cable, connect to another port of the Ethernet switch to the RFID reader. And another port here connect between the Ethernet switch to computer. And last but not least, I have a USB cable that connect between a USB port of the RFID reader to computer. The software I'm using to set it up is RFID Inc UHF term version 1.03 to set up reader itself and also the IP address. If I need to change the IP address, I will need to do that within the RFID UHF terminal software. Then I'm using an Omron Sysmax Studio, configure the Ethernet IP settings for communications as well as programming the Omron NX102-1020. What I also have here are the RFID tags. As I'm going through the demonstration, I will have the tag in front of the antenna, so it will read the data, what's inside the tag itself for the antenna 1 as well as for the antenna 2. On the reader itself, there are 4 LEDs. LED 1 is for network status. And if you have a solid green, that means your Ethernet IP connection is established. LED number 2 is for the module status. And if it's solid green, Ethernet IP connection is established as well. On LED number 3, that's for data rate. And if you have a solid green, then you are communicating at 100 megabit per second. Last but not least, LED 4 is for link activity. And if there's any transmit and receive activity between the PLC and the reader, the LED 4 will be flashing green. In my setup right now, I have LED 1, 2, and 3 solid green and LED 4 flashing green. What I would like to show you next is the RFID Inc UHF terminal version 1.03 utility. So this is the utility that allows you set up your reader. If you need to change an IP address, you will need the software to do it. And if you want to verify what IP address you have also, you can use this software to do it. So first and foremost, it's important you know what the USB COM is mapped to. In my case, it's mapped to COM 15. You also want to change the baud rate to 115/200. The data bit is 8, parity is none, stop bit is 1. Once you have that, then you can click connect. Right now it shows disconnect because I already connected. I'm going to show you the next slide, and this is where talks a little bit about different command to set up the IP address, the mask, the gateway, and also to verify what IP address that you have currently on the reader. if you need to change an IP address, you want to have an open bracket, number 4, equal sign, and then the IP address itself. And when you close the bracket, this is the response that you will get, which is a line feed, OK, and carriage return. So that's the IP address. If you need to change the mask of the IP address, then you would have a open bracket, 5, equal sign, and the mask, and then close bracket. If you need to put in a gateway for that IP address, then you would have, again, an open bracket, number 6, equal sign, and the gateway address, and then close bracket. If you want to verify what IP address on the reader, you would have a open bracket, 7, and close bracket, and it will return with this response, the IP address, the mask, and the gateway. So what I will do next is to launch the utility to show you. So here it is. First, you need to select the right COM port for your USB on your laptop. You want to change this to, so I select COM15, and I'm going to select the baud rate 115/200. Leave it the same. I'm going to click connect. So now I'm connecting to it. So I want to verify what my IP address is on this reader. So I'm going to type in open bracket 7, close bracket, and it will respond and let me know the reader is 192.168.250.10 with the subnet mask of 255.255.255.0 and the gateway is 0.0.0. So what I want to do next is if I put a tag in front of the antenna 1, I will see the data. So what I see is 1003. I'm going to go over to antenna 2. And now I'm getting on antenna 2 data 1008. So that's how the utility is used. What I will show you next is how to set up Ethernet IP on Omron machine automation controllers NX102-1020. So what you need to do is create 2 global tags, one for the input and one for the output. I created RFID _output _0, and the data type is an array of 26 bytes from 0 to 25. And under network publish, I select output. Then the next global variable I created here is RFID _input _0. And again, it has a data type of 26 bytes, an array from 0 to 25. And under network publish, I select input. Once you've done that, you want to launch Ethernet IP connection setting. You want to select the very first Ethernet port of the NX102, which is 192.168.250.1. So you double click on that. Then what you want to do is here, I already add the EDS file or the target device of the RFID Inc reader into this, which is the 8040E interface, and I give it an address 192.168.250.10. But I'm going to show you. So to add it, you click the plus sign here, and you type in the IP address that you give it to the reader. So 192.168.250.10. And under the module name, because I already put in or installed the EDS file, so it automatically appear here, 8040E interface. So you select that, you select the revision, which is 1, and then you click add here. I'm not going to do it because I already have it, so I'm going to hit cancel out. So when you add it successfully, it will appear up here. What you do is you come back to the text set, and you want to click registration all. Once you've done that, it will create this for you on the inputs and on the outputs. You see how it's automatically pick up the global variable that you created earlier for the RFID _output _0, the size of the bytes. Also on the inputs tab, same thing, right? It's automatically take care of this for you. So what you want to do next is to select the connection. I already created here for you, but if you need to redo it, basically I'm going to go ahead and delete this so I can show you. What you want to do is click the add sign, then select the target device, which is 8040E. The target variable, the instance for the input is 100. So I type in 1, it shows 100. I'm going to select that. And the size actually 26. So you need to change it from 5 to 26. The originator variable now is the tag that we created earlier, RFID underscore input underscore 0. So that's what you need to do for that. And then for the output, the target variable, the instance is 150. So if I type 1, automatically select 150. I'm going to select that. And default, it shows 5. You need to change that to 26. And then the originator variable would be the RFID underscore output underscore 0. So that's basically complete the setup. So after we set up the Ethernet IP configuration, you want to go online by clicking this icon here. At this point, you can transfer to the controller your setup. I already transferred, so I'm going to go ahead and compare. And so everything is good the way it is. What I want to do next is basically bring up that watch window so I can see how the data coming through. So I'm looking at the global tag, RFID underscore inputs underscore 0 with these 26 bytes. Got 0 to 19, so that's 20. And then here's the 25. So 0 to 25 bytes are here. And at this point, it's actually showing 6 bytes for the first antenna, which is 30, 30, 31, 30, 30, 33. So that means 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 3. I can switch my display format to ASCII. So now you will see from byte 2 to byte 7, I have 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 3. And then for the antenna number 2, I have 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 8. I'm going to go ahead and change tag to a different tag so you can see the number different. So I just put a new tag on the antenna 1. And what do we see? We see 1, 0, 0, 9. Now I'm going to change another tag on the antenna 2. And what do I see? On the antenna 2, I have 0, 0, 1, 0, 0, 2. So that's how you set up the RFID Inc S4 series Ethernet IP reader to communicate to an Omron machine automation controller NX102-1020. If you have any questions on this, please give us a call at the number below. And thank you for watching.